Okay, so the hits just keep on coming with this Ashley Massaro situation. And this came out a few days ago, but I'm just getting around to it now because it's just been a batshit crazy week with work and life and that sort of thing. But I want to get this out to you. And this is from the Daily Mail. They're dropping Stephanie McMahon's name into it now. Here we go. And this is again from the Daily Mail. I'll have the link to this article in the description. And it says Stephanie McMahon is accused of taking part in covering up Ashley Massaro's sexual assault allegations made against the WWE. As friend of the late wrestler claims, executive showed, quote, no compassion and no sympathy, end quote. Ashley Massaro claims she was sexually assaulted. We know about this. While in Kuwait in 2006, Stephanie McMahon has been accused of attempting to cover up complaints. Massaro alleged that she was discouraged by the WWE about reporting claims. So let's get into it. This is by Ryan Walker for Mail Online, and this was done on the 16th, so 2 days ago. And it says a friend of Ashley Massaro has claimed that Stephanie McMahon helped to cover up sexual assault allegations made by the former WWE star who killed herself in 2019. So I don't know if this is, again, these are allegations, innocent until proven guilty. I don't know if charges are being filed, but this seems to be, rolling, snowballing. Along with the other allegations and the federal investigation against Vince for sexual assault and sex trafficking. And so if it is true, is this a case of just sort of corporate psychopathy? Protect the company at all costs and roll over anyone who, might get in the way. I don't know. Massaro committed suicide 5 years ago, months after the dismissal of her lawsuit, claiming wrestling head injuries made her depressed and addicted to painkillers. The former Playboy model and wrestling competitor additionally alleged prior to her death that the WWE had discouraged her from reporting that she had been sexually assaulted at a military base during WWE's tour of Kuwait in 2006. And so far, there has been no response from the U.S. military. There's been no release from the media. I think they said they needed a Freedom of Information Act to get this information, maybe name some names. So far, we haven't heard anything about that, but let's keep on going. WWE issued a statement after Massaro's suicide, claiming that they were never made aware of the former wrestler's allegations. And there's a link there where you can go to that article. Vince McMahon later resigned from his position as executive chair of TKO, the company following WWE and UFC's merger, after being accused of sex trafficking in a separate complaint made by another individual. An investigation is ongoing. And there's a picture of Stephanie, and there's a picture of the late Ashley Massaro. Let's keep on going. McMahon has denied the allegations and labeled them as baseless claims, quote unquote, during his resignation statement. Massaro complained prior to her death that she had been told not to make her claims of sexual assault a public matter. Now, we know all this. We've gone into it already. But here's where we get into some new territory, talking about Stephanie. Her friend has now claimed that McMahon's daughter, Stephanie, made her feel comfortable, quote unquote, heading into a boardroom meeting before turning on her and attempting to cover up the star's complaints. Revealing the claims, she says Massaro told her, Cara Pipia added, quote, she spoke with Vince McMahon many times. Vince had his daughter, Stephanie, take his place because she was a female woman and to make Ashley comfortable, and they just played with her. They played with her because everything that Stephanie had made her feel comfortable and safe about, as soon as they walked into this boardroom meeting, Ashley was on her own completely. She was threatened, and there was no compassion, no sympathy. There was nothing, she added. Stephanie became a popular figure within the WWE as an on-screen character during the 90s, with her influence later growing and rising to become co-CEO and chairwoman at the time when a number of misconduct claims had been made against her father. Now, here we have the News Nation YouTube link, which is 6 minutes of her speaking about it. So again, the link to this article from the Daily Mail will be there. in the description. And so if you want to look at what Cara Pipia said, word for word, it's about 6 minutes worth of, video there to check it out. Let's see. However, she eventually resigned from her position in January 2023 after Vince was elected to be chairman again. Pipia additionally claimed that Massaro had met with a locker room doctor prior to the boardroom meeting, where she was allegedly told about what would happen with her claims of sexual assault, but the doctor, while sympathetic, had no authority. Quote, right before she walked into that boardroom, she talked to the locker room doctor, who was aware of everything, and he was actually very sympathetic to her, but he had no pull, so he gave her the advice that he could, end quote, she added. Vince and Stephanie have both been approached for comment. And so there's your article. This is becoming more and more monstrous. And if it's true, then wow. I don't think we'll be seeing Stephanie anytime soon. I don't know if, this isn't like the Vince situation where he's facing federal trafficking investigation. He's being sued for $21 million. Is there anyone to file suit? Is there a wrongful, I guess her claims, Ashley Massaro's claims, her case was dismissed about CTE, so on and so forth. But is there anyone who can file some sort of wrongful death suit? That's what I'm curious about. Is there a law that's been broken? I don't know that there has been. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not saying it's right if this is true. It's absolutely not right. It's horrific. But I'm not sure that there's a law that's been broken, or if this can sort of be wrapped up into, the additional investigation that's going on. But I'm glad that Ashley Massaro is sort of finally getting her day posthumously, which is very sad. And if it's true, that Stephanie ambushed her, or, just sort of lured her into this ambush in the boardroom or in that corporate meeting, then that's beyond awful and beyond reprehensible. And then, what does it, how does that involve Triple H? Everything is so incestuous here. It's hard to separate these things, and where does this line, where do you insert the line here? Between Vince and Stephanie and Triple H, and all these people, Bruce Pritchard and, Laurinaitis. It's very incestuous. It's a big fucking mess. But I'm glad that the stories are being told. And I've said many times that, the internet is here for these old wrestling legends. And I shouldn't say old, because that sounds disrespectful, for these wrestling legends to tell these stories that, otherwise would not be getting covered. And I remember last year, right up to WrestleMania, enjoying the interviews of Greg the Hammer Valentine. But there are also stories like this that need to come out. And I think the fact that Vince is no longer here, I'm waiting for the next one to drop. I'm almost positive that the next one is going to drop. That's my video. What do you think? Do you think Stephanie is? Do you think this is true? Did Stephanie, ambush this woman to protect the company and protect her, her family's, investment? Is it not true? Is it just, just bitter accusation, flying off now years later as these things are, everybody's trying to get a piece of Vince. Are you not sure? Let me know. Like this video. Leave a comment. One word comment is fine. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Since I started doing these wrestling videos, my subscriptions have just sort of blown up hundreds of times, like 600%, like in the past 28 days. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. And I will see you all in the next video, because I assure you, this is not going away. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.